Okay. I've heard many people say this, and they're on the conspiratorial levels of analysis when they say this, right? You would call them conspiracy theorists, okay? I've heard this over the years. More and more people say this is more of a thing. Okay. Are nuclear weapons real? Are nuclear weapons real? I'm hearing a lot of people say this more and more now, that nuclear weapons are not real. Okay? Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Am I the only one here? Have you heard this? Okay. Now, okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Just walk with me, y'all. Walk with me on this one, okay? We're gonna go over some videos. Okay. Atomic bombs never existed. Okay. Nobody ever saw one. All reports were strategically created via media for propaganda in the Cold War era. Atoms do not exist. No atom has ever been isolated or seen. Atoms are mathematically modeled theory. Shadowy figures like Oppenheimer, Einstein, and Werner von Braun were agents and actors playing their part. The modern world is peppered with similar mythos and actors. All the world's stage. Just walk with me on this one, okay? Okay, these questions are being asked. Okay, now you're getting pushback. You're having pushback. Okay, let's continue. There's pushback. Once again, everybody goes through the atomic test. Like, how did the camera or film survive on the test footage? Almost as ridiculous as the paper passports being found at ground zero after 9/11. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Look at this. Because the cameras were positioned in hardened reinforced bunkers or towers specifically built to withstand the blast. Most of the buildings completely destroyed in these videos were wooden or single brick walls. The thicker the wall, the less chance it will be obliterated. Okay. Because they weren't out in the open, there were some underground periscopes and other uses, some complicated reflection method using mirrors. This is kind of the videos are only believed by people who believe NASA went to the moon and came back. I never waste my time debating with that caliber on any topic in life. The cameras were deep underground looking through a periscope. Okay. Here we go. The clay soldiers on the wall do not disprove the existence of soldiers at all. This video of this explosion is questionable, although not for the cameraman reason, but it disproves by no means nuclear weapons. It proves that propaganda is part of war, just saying. Okay. We're going to walk this thing down, man. Here we go. Nukes are a fear control system that they used end of planned WW2, population reduction, financial reset. Nagasaki, Hiroshima firebombed both thriving cities soon after. Zero radiation. Like wildlife in Chernobyl, all perfectly healthy. Zero nukes on our closed system. Earth always aside. Yes, because now grass is growing in Chernobyl. Animals, there's wildlife now in Chernobyl. Right? Even though you do have the elephant's foot in one of those, one of the towers. But nonetheless, there's life. There's wildlife in Chernobyl. Right? Nagasaki and Hiroshima should still be a death zone. Right? I'm just asking questions. Atoms are not mathematically modeled conceptually. I agree, or I actually suspect the structure of the thought experiment were that they get their names and was worshipped as some kind of a Trojan horse joke, giving rise to atomism. Okay. Okay, I'm just asking questions, y'all. I'm just asking questions. Okay, let's see what he said. So I was telling my company supervisor in Nagasaki that one bomb had destroyed all of Hiroshima. He told me I was crazy. I just said that the bomb fell in Nagasaki. You should tell that to people from Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Okay, we're gonna go over those. We're gonna cover all that. Look at this. The cities were rebuilt straight away with apparently no residual harmful radiation hanging around. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay. So let's go here. Oh man, let me pull this back. Take everything I present with a grain of salt. I'm not here to say anything. I'm just hearing people more and more speak on it. Okay, let's go here.
This is a piece of rock, sand, and other material that was fused into a kind of glass on July 16, 1945. The tremendous source of heat that created this glass? The Trinity test, the world's first nuclear explosion. This radioactive piece of trinitite, therefore, is a tangible timestamp of the millisecond that we entered the nuclear age. Or is it? Last time I talked about nuclear weapons, I was met with a flurry of comments from a brand new conspiracy theory I had never heard of. Do nuclear weapons actually exist? Or is it just one big government fool 'em up?
Uh-oh.
Now entering the facility.
Now, I consider myself pretty up-to-date on all the nuclear stuff, but when I traveled all the way to Japan to show all of you the ultimate fate of Hiroshima, the video was met with dozens and dozens of comments, the likes of which I had never seen before. They were all claiming the same thing, that nuclear weapons don't exist, that it's all a government psyop, dude, that conventional bombs were dropped on Japan, that nuclear power is a myth, that all those test videos you've seen are edited bullcrap. The resurgence in this weird conspiracy theory seems to stem from this single tweet from Owen Benjamin. It has almost 30 million views. He's looking at old test footage and saying, well, where's the radiation? Why weren't the cameras vaporized?
Aren't they called X's, not tweets now?
No, Arya, they're not called X's. No one's ever going to call them X's. Only people who tank companies call things, oh. I'm fine. We will get to Owen's specific claims in just a moment, but in regards to nuclear power, obviously, nuclear power is a thing. It powers.
Oh, his shirt is very disturbing. His shirt is disturbing as fuck. Yeah. Why I say the moon rocking? Yeah, that's disturbing. Let's continue.
A lot of the planet, percentage-wise, and I have seen the Cherenkov radiation in spent fuel pools with my own eyes. But to be fair to Mr. Whatever their name is, I already forgot, I have not, seen a nuclear weapon myself. So, although I know some of you are already screaming at your depression generators with some answers, let's take the conspiracy theory claims at face value and ask, okay, where is the evidence that nuclear weapons exist?
Isn't it literally everywhere?
Arya, shh. You're gonna scare the conspiracy theories' views away. They're skittish. They don't like the light. The science light. The light of truth and justice.
Okay, this way, dude.
To be clear, I don't want nuclear weapons to exist. I wish that they didn't. I think nuclear annihilation is still one of the biggest existential threats to humanity. And I think that because nuclear weapons have so clearly made their mark, the evidence begins with Trinity. Not only do we have radioactive glass with the appropriate spectrum of emission that we expect from fission products, we have the eyewitness testimony of some of the smartest men to ever live. Men who, it should be said, didn't want nukes to exist either, and were haunted for the rest of their lives by the fact that they had something to do with them. And this testimony isn't limited to Nobel Prize winners. Nuclear tests used to be Vegas attractions. Thousands of people have seen real mushroom clouds with their very own protected peepers.
But isn't eyewitness testimony the lowest form of scientific evidence?
It is, Arya, but we're starting only with the most obvious evidence. Next is the most unfortunate. The conspiracy theory that nuclear weapons don't exist claims that massive conventional bombs were detonated at Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and not nuclear ones. To me, the dismissal of the only...
Okay, the theory goes they were firebombed, okay? They say Nagasaki and Hiroshima were firebombed. It was not a nuke. Okay, so let's go here. Okay. What does firebombing... Oh, come on. Yeah. No. What does firebombing look like? Okay, so firebombing appears as a large-scale urban inferno where cities are set ablaze by a combination of high explosive incendiary bombs dropped from planes. Okay, the initial high explosive bombs break windows and walls, allowing subsequent incendiary bombs containing materials like napalm to ignite buildings and create a devastating, rapidly spreading firestorm that can develop a powerful updraft. Now, napalm was heavily used in Vietnam. It's like a jelly substance, liquefied jelly that will, burns very hot. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so incendiary bombs are often dropped from a high altitude or in a cluster spreading over a large area to start many fires at once. The many small fires quickly spread to one massive firestorm. In some cases, the intense heat creates a vortex of superheated air, a firestorm that can draw in oxygen and make it difficult to breathe. Okay. So you're looking at massive flames, urban destruction, and a tornado of fire. Let's see what a video of firebombing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Woke up this morning with a sore throat, I'm afraid. And, I thought of saying to you, hey, let's push this back a day. Today's episode is very, very important. We promised our viewers that we would share everything honestly with them, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And
I just want to see what it looks like. I just want to see what it looks like. What does a firebomb? Okay, napalm, firebomb attacks on Berlin. Okay, examining. Okay, let's go here. Okay.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Armourer's Bench. Today I'm here with Paul of the Dunkirk 1940 Museum, a good friend.
Now, they come in bundles. They're hexagonal in shape, so they actually connect together and fit more perfectly into a drop canister.
Because the Germans are...
Nope, let's go here. Okay, here we go.
This is a British type of 4-pound incendiary bomb. To help it penetrate a roof, it has a heavy cast iron nose. It has a light metal tail containing the firing mechanism. And the body of the bomb is a magnesium alloy casing containing thermite. The hexagonal bombs pack together closely, and bombing planes drop them in showers. If one of these bombs should arrive on your floor through roof and ceiling, the thermite inside will soon start burning. The best thing to do with it is to pick it up by the base, rush it outside, and drop it into water. Now we'll watch another one that's not dealt with. The thermite's burning inside the core, but the bomb could easily be picked up and thrown out. Now, after 20 seconds, the magnesium alloy casing is beginning to melt and burn with a white glare. Now a fire is starting. At this stage, the incendiary firework could be put out with a hose or buckets. After about a minute and a half, the fire is spreading. Hot particles of metal fly about. Curtains catch fire. Wallpaper and scrim get going. So within 2 or 3 minutes, there is a fire that endangers the whole house and perhaps neighboring houses. A fire that under emergency conditions may cause loss of life.
You hear about from...
Okay. So let's do this. Let me go to images. Okay. This is what firebombs looks like. Okay, so we're going to compare it. So they say to Hiroshima and Fukushima. Okay. So these are what these firebomb cities look like. Okay. Okay, these are what firebomb cities look like. Keep this in mind. Okay, keep this in mind. Keep it in mind. Just keep this image in mind. What this looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like. All right, this is what firebombing looks like. All right. Okay, now let's go look up what Hiroshima looks like. Hiroshima bombing. Now let's see what it looked like. Now, I don't know about y'all. This kind of looks like firebombing. I could be wrong. This looks like a firebomb city. I'm asking questions. What's the difference? right? The city of Dresden was firebombed. It's a famous bombing. I can't tell the difference between that and Hiroshima. What is the difference? I'm legit asking. What is the difference? You couldn't tell me one was from a firebomb and one was from a nuclear bomb. You couldn't tell me the fat man and little boy did this. I couldn't tell you what's the difference. I couldn't. What's the difference? I'm asking. What is the difference? I can't tell one from the other. Right? And another dumb question. Why would the military not record them dropping the bomb and showing the devastation of the initial explosion? You recorded all this test footage when you played with it, when you tested it. But now when it's time to put this thing into action, you don't record it? The U.S. military records everything. The military records everything. Everything. The military records everything. Why would you not record the Enola Gay dropping the fat man and little boy on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? It's a dumbass question, y'all. The military records everything. I legit cannot tell the difference between Nagasaki, Hiroshima, or the city of Dresden that was firebombed. This looks damn near the fucking same. What is the difference? Okay, let's see what Nagasaki looks like. Let's see what Nagasaki like. Remember, they told us in school these cities should be abandoned. No life will ever grow. Blah blah blah. What is the difference? This is supposed to be Nagasaki, right? I can't tell them apart. So that's Nagasaki, right? Once again, this is a firebomb city. Show me where's the difference. What is the difference? What is the difference? This is the city of Dresden. This is the city of Dresden. They were firebombed. This is supposed to be Nagasaki. What's the difference? What is the difference? Because I can't tell. My vision sucks. I can't tell. You say the difference is fire. The end result is the same. I'm looking at the end result. Once again, explain to me why the military never recorded them dropping fat man and little boy on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Why would you not record that? This is the penultimate test. This is the penultimate moment of you actually putting all the research and monies and time and expertise into motion, and you don't record it. Why did they not record the dropping of fat man and little boy? We don't care about how long it took. All I'm telling you is that the end result is the cities look the same. And I thought if you drop a radiation an isotope into a city area, the half-life of these chemicals or these atoms, 50, 70, 80 years, nothing would grow. It would be a death zone. Right? They told you nuclear energy was hazardous to one's health. Right? Chernobyl. Nothing will ever grow in Chernobyl. And once again, we see deer, we see fauna, we see dogs with blue coated silk coats running around in Chernobyl. When they told us this place would never be ever hospitable, they moved all those people out of Chernobyl. Right? I've seen the documentary and I've seen the movies. They moved all those people out of the area for fear of being a radiation poisoning. And yet you have nature has come back to Chernobyl. When they told us it will never happen again. Okay. All right. Okay. Got you. I hear you, Ghost Man. I hear you. Okay. All right. Once again, these cities look the same to me. Matter of fact, you said there's a video. Okay. Where is the video of Nagasaki bombing? Let's see what we can find.
Today is August 9th, and it was on this day in 1945 that an atomic bomb was dropped on the city of Nagasaki, resulting in Japan's unconditional surrender in World War II. Now, in 1942, the U.S. government began the Manhattan Project, a weapons.
Wait. Where's the footage at? Let me see this. Is this it? Comments turned off.
Destruction. Japan still hadn't surrendered. A second bomb was made ready, and Truman issued another warning.
The world will note that the
okay, let's speed up. Let's speed it up. Let's speed it up.
Used it in order to shorten the agony of war, in order to save the lives of thousands and thousands of young Americans.
What is? That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me. Wait, that's Nagasaki. That's what you're telling me. This is Nagasaki.
The second bomb was intended for the city of Kokura, but it was too cloudy, so the plane moved on to Nagasaki.
Wait. No, come on. No, wait. Now, listen. That was the footage? This is the footage you talking about? Seriously, right now? Okay. So now I should be able to go online and find more footage, right?
First record of the doom of Nagasaki, target for atom bomb number 2, is filmed from a super fortress many miles away.
Oh, okay, I'll tell you what. Give me the link to that. Give me the link to that. You say it exists. Find me a link and drop it in for my perusal. Yeah. Anybody, find me the link of the bombing run of Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Let's see. They say this is this it? I want to see the actual bombing of it. Don't give me the aftermath. Give me the actual bomb itself.
Atomic age is born. A scientific
yeah, this is not it. Nah, this ain't it.
But in these very roads, soldiers.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Look at rare footage of Nagasaki atomic bombing. Okay, let's see here. Oh, it's the same footage I've seen already. So let's speed it up. Okay, so let's watch this. This is supposed to be it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I mean, if any of y'all got links that I'm not aware of, yeah, please let me know. So that's supposed to be it, huh? That's it? That's supposed to be Nagasaki? Really? That's supposed to be Nagasaki, huh? Oh, okay. All right, man. Okay. Hey, I mean, if that's what you're saying, okay. Okay. Look at this. Yeah, it's the same. Okay, let's find a video of Hiroshima. Let's find a video of Hiroshima. Is this the same footage? Yeah, come on, do better than this. No, this ain't it. Come on now. What's this? Uncensored footage?
It is an atomic bomb. It is a harnessing of the basic power of the universe.
These are all just clips.
Their mission, to drop the first atomic bomb.
To a point over Japan.
These are all just clips of test footage.
Decide the fate of nations.
It's hit the saber.
Across
there's okay. Seriously, right now, there's no footage. There is no footage of the bombs being dropped. Exactly. Exactly. It's the Dresden bombing. Hey, this is me speaking. I'm not here to change anybody's position or opinion, religion, none of that shit. Hey, if you believe this shit, okay. We got scores and scores of test footage, but none of the actual footage of them actually dropping the bombs on these two cities. Not one city, but two cities, right? It's supposed to be another city, but Nagasaki. No, it's supposed to be another city, but I think one of the Secretary of Defense or Secretary of State is like, no, I like this city. Don't bomb it. Move it on to something else. Okay. No. I don't know, y'all. We're going to do better than this. We got to do better than this. Once again, you can't tell the difference between what they say this is Nagasaki versus the Dresden bombing, right? Okay, so let's go to Chernobyl. Chernobyl. Blue-haired dogs. Did anyone see this? These blue dogs that have shown up in Chernobyl, right? Have you seen this?
A bizarre footage from Chernobyl has emerged. It shows dogs with bright blue fur roaming near the nuclear plant, shocking scientists and sparking new questions about the lasting impact of the 1986 disaster. The viral video was shared by Dogs of Chernobyl, a partner organization.
There's not supposed to be anything growing in Chernobyl. It's supposed to be a radioactive wasteland, y'all. That's what they told us in school. They moved all those people out of the cities around Chernobyl, never to return again. I see blue-haired dogs in Chernobyl.
The Clean Futures Fund, which provides care to abandoned animals.
Once again, if you've seen footage of the actual bombing run of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, please give me the link. I would love to see it. Please give me the link. Once again, this place is supposed to be a radioactive wasteland. You have blue-haired dogs in this area.
In the exclusion zone, it shows 3 dogs wandering the site with an unnatural blue tint to their coats. In 1986, the Unit 4 reactor at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine exploded and spread radioactive materials into the environment. In response to the disaster, the former Soviet Union established a 30 kilometers exclusion zone around the facility and evacuated over 120,000 people from 189 cities.
128,000? How many people did he say evacuated? Wait a minute. Make that make sense.
20,000 people from around the facility and evacuated over 120,000 people from 189 cities.
128,000 people from 189 cities from around Chernobyl were evacuated. And here you got some goddamn blue-haired dogs 40 years later. I thought Chernobyl was supposed to be a radioactive nuclear wasteland. Nothing was supposed to grow there, right? Only thing that was going to be surviving were cockroaches. That's what they told us in school. Okay? Once again, if you got links of footage of the actual bombing runs of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, please drop me the link. I would love to watch it. Other than that, I see why people be saying what they say.
And communities. The evacuees were not allowed to bring their pets. These former pets that lived in the exclusion zone migrated to the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, where their descendants remain to this day. Every year, new puppies were born to help control the stray dog populations in the Chernobyl exclusion zone and prevent needless.
You have stray dogs in a Chernobyl exclusion zone. Okay. Makes total sense. Gotcha.
The Clean Futures Fund started the Dogs of Chernobyl program in 2017. Over the years, the project has provided medical care, food and sterilization to the dogs that reside in that zone. There are estimated to be over 700 dogs that live there at any given point of time. In an Instagram post, the Dogs of Chernobyl say that its members were on the ground catching dogs for sterilization, and they came across the dogs that they say are completely blue. Locals claim the animals' fur appeared normal a week earlier, deepening the mystery. The organization insisted that the footage is authentic amid speculation over whether the blue-coated animals are real or artificially generated, and say that its staff are working to capture them for examination.
Oh, okay. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. I don't know how this is happening in the exclusion zone, right?
Our next story is around shocking new images out of Chernobyl, and they are unlike anything that's been seen before. Several dogs living in and around the Chernobyl nuclear exclusion zone have been spotted with fur that's bright blue. In fact, the photos were shared by a group called Dogs of Chernobyl and an organization that's been taking care of the hundreds of stray dogs that live in the abandoned zone. These animals are the descendants of pets left behind after the 1980s.
This was 86. They moved out 128,000 people from 189 cities from around Chernobyl because all of the radiation. Yes? No? Yes? No? Now, there's a story, true story out of Japan. Somebody was, what's his name? Oh, my God. I forget the person's name, but he got hit with so much radiation and his skin was sloughing off, and they tried to keep him alive for how many days. That's another story for another day. I'm not saying radiation poisoning is not real. I'm just asking questions like, why are there 700 dogs living in a Chernobyl exclusion zone, right? Is Chernobyl uninhabitable to humans today? Let's see what the AI. Okay. Now the AI tells us, no, Chernobyl exclusion zone is not considered habitable for the general population today due to long-lasting radioactive contamination. While some people with special permits work there and a few elderly self-settlers have returned, large-scale inhabitation is not possible for at least several hundred years and potentially thousands of years for the immediate reactor site. Several hundred. But you have 700 dogs living in this zone. Okay? But you have 700 dogs mating, breeding, surviving, thriving in this exclusion zone that the AI says not possible for at least several hundred years. And you let people go back there. Interesting. Here we go. So the level of radiation is not uniform across the zone. Some areas have escaped significant fallout and are not dangerous to visit for short periods, while others remain heavily contaminated and are unsafe. Okay. Look at this. A few elderly residents known as self-settlers have returned to live in the zone, but they are a few in number and represent a unique exception to the general rule of uninhabitability. So either you can live there or you can't. Either you can live there or you can't. This is insane. 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 How long will the exclusion zone be uninhabitable? Let's see. Let's see what it says. 1,000 square miles. Now considered the most severely affected area following the disaster. The zone remains in place to this day. It was decreed that nobody could enter the exclusion zone apart from a few government officials, researchers, and scientists. Okay? Before the disaster, Chernobyl was home to around 14,000 people. So 1,000 square miles, right? The most severely affected area. Okay. For centuries, if not millennia. It is hard to know for sure when radioactive contamination will clear. While it naturally fades over time, this can sometimes take thousands of years. I'm mentioning Chernobyl to make a point. So we're going to go back to Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? Because Nagasaki and Hiroshima should be basically giant exclusion zones, never to be habitable again, right? Okay. This can sometimes take thousands of years. Scientists have previously said due to the huge amount of contamination in the Chernobyl area, the exclusion zone will not be habitable for many, many years. Experts have said it will be at least 3,000 years for the area to become safe. You have 700 dogs there now. Make it make sense, people. How? How? They said 3,000 years. You got 700 dogs chilling right now. Now, let's get back to... Okay, let me see. It is thought that the reactor site will not become habitable again for at least 20,000 years. Some areas largely escape radioactive fallout and are not dangerous to visit or work in, while other areas remain heavily contaminated with a potpourri of radionuclides like cesium-137, strontium-90, and plutonium-241, and will remain uninhabitable for centuries, if not millennia. You have 700 dogs there now, chilling. Mousseau said the radiation distribution is patchy, meaning it is possible for people to experience both high and low radiation areas over a short distance. Okay, let's get back. This makes the most of the zone largely uninhabitable for people. This is refracted in the plants and the animals living in the region, where in many areas there are minimal effects of radiation, while in the more contaminated areas, like the so-called red forest, organisms show many negative effects, such as increased mutation rates, lower fertility, and increased rates of tumors and other developmental abnormalities. Okay. Let's get back to Nagasaki. Let's see what Nagasaki looks like in 2025. Nagasaki 2025. What in the hell? What is this? What is this?
Welcome to our guide on the 10 best places to visit in Nagasaki, Japan.
Wait. This place should be a radioactive wasteland. They dropped an atomic bomb on this city. They dropped an atomic bomb on this city. How does it look like this? Where's all the deformed babies, three-eyed fish, two-headed dogs? Where's all this at? Wow. Let's continue.
In this video, we'll take you through iconic landmarks like Dejima, the Nagasaki Peace Park, and the picturesque Spectacles Bridge. From historical sites to stunning views, Nagasaki offers plenty to explore.
Where's the damage and the devastation from an atomic bomb? There should be places where nothing grows. There should be places where nothing grows for miles. This place, what?
If you enjoy travel content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite spot in the comments below. Let's get started and discover the beauty of Nagasaki. 1. The Nagasaki Atomic Bomb Museum commemorates the atomic bombing of the city on August 9, 1945. Opened in 1996, the museum presents the devastation caused by the bomb through photographs, artifacts.
Okay, let's ask a dumb question. Let's ask a dumb question. Why isn't Nagasaki affected by radiation from atomic bomb? Here the fuck we go with the bullshit. Here we go. Nagasaki is not significantly affected by residual radiation today, primarily because the atomic bomb was an airburst and used a relatively small amount of fissile material, which quickly dispersed or decayed. Modern radiation levels in Nagasaki are indistinguishable from natural background radiation found anywhere else on Earth. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Now, I get it. They didn't explode it on the ground. It exploded like a couple thousand feet in the air, a couple hundred feet in the air. I get all that. But this place should be a wasteland. There should be nothing growing. But let's continue. Key reasons for limited long-term radiation. Air detonation. Both the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombs were intentionally detonated hundreds of meters above the ground to maximize the blast wave and immediate destruction. This prevented the fireball from touching the ground, which minimized the amount of soil and debris that would have been sucked into the mushroom cloud and made rain. I thought people were getting vaporized because of this. I don't know. I remember watching all this shit as a kid. I remember the stories of people getting instantly vaporized and nothing left but a shadow on the concrete. I remember these stories. People saw it flash and they were gone. Remember, I would tell you the movie, the Thunderbolts, when the Sentry is taken over by the Void and he puts his hand up and just makes people disappear, and all you see is the black stain on the concrete. Yeah, they were saying people were instantly vaporized during those bombing, the initial blast. Now you're telling me something totally different. Okay. And no one's has still dropped a link for the bombing run of seeing these actual atomic bombs being blown up over Nagasaki and Hiroshima. And yet these two cities act like nothing, it never took place. Y'all got it, man. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Look at this. Look at this shit. Minimal fallout. Most of the radioactive material from the bombs, about 90%, was dispersed high into the atmosphere and spread over a vast area by the wind, diluting it to harmless levels. Really? Interesting. So the jet stream, when it gets radioactive material in the jet stream and spreads it over, it's not dangerous. Gotcha. The small amount of fallout that did occur, including black rain, was primarily composed of short-lived isotopes that decayed quickly. Okay. 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 Let's continue. The bombs only used small amounts of fissile material, about 6.4 kilograms of plutonium for the Nagasaki Fat Man bomb, a tiny fraction of which actually underwent fission. Unfissioned material has an extremely long half-life, meaning it emits radiation at a very low, non-dangerous rate. Okay, get the fuck out of here with this. I'm over it. So reactor versus bomb. The Chernobyl disaster involved hundreds of tons of nuclear reactor fuel, which produced a massive amount of highly radioactive fission products over time. Okay. So Chernobyl, we got 700 dogs chilling in an exclusion zone, and we got a whole goddamn city just, you didn't know it was a bomb. Okay, got you. And no high rates of cancer, no high rates of disease, no high rates of mutation, none of that. In Nagasaki nor Hiroshima, but y'all said this shit took place. Hey, I'm just asking questions, man. Come on, let's go back to Nagasaki. Come on.
And survivor testimonies.
Y'all got it.
Exhibits include a melted clock stopped at 11:02 a.m., the moment of the explosion, and remnants of buildings. It also explores the history of nuclear weapons and advocates for global peace and disarmament. Nearby, the Nagasaki Peace Park and Hypocenter Park further honor the victims. The museum serves as a poignant reminder of the horrors of nuclear war.
Yeah, no.
2. Hiroshima Island is an abandoned island.
So, okay. So we got people paying good money to go travel to a place that was irradiated, just hit with just all types of radiation and irradiated plutonium and just chemicals, atoms spun at high speed and, and crashed against each other and created this nuclear fission explosion. Okay. We got people going to go to the actual drop site. Okay, gotcha. Let's see what Hiroshima looks like. I ask dumb questions. Let's see what Hiroshima looks like. What the fuck? Oh my goodness.
In today's video, we're going to take you inside one of the most famous cities in the world, but unfortunately, it gets its fame from a very dark day, nearly 80 years ago when an A-bomb was dropped on the city of Hiroshima.
That looks like one of the buildings from the Dresden fire. Oh no, let's not do this. That looks like a building from the Dresden fire. Oh no. Oh, let's not do this. Oh, let's not do this. I'm still waiting on those links. you know, the from the bombing run. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. This is not gonna work for me.
Latest reports from the Japanese say that 126,000 died as the result of the damage done by the single bomb that blasted the city.
Fast forward to present day, Hiroshima is a modern and very beautiful city with so much to offer, and we're going to share that with you in today's 10 best things to do in Hiroshima.
This place should be a wasteland. Okay. Y'all got it, man. Hey, man, y'all got it. Listen, they said Chernobyl was uninhabitable for thousands of years. They say they got 700 dogs living in the exclusion zone of Chernobyl, but they just told us it's uninhabitable for several thousand years. Which one is it? Make up your mind. Which one is it? And they let old people go back there in the exclusion zone. Why would you let old people go back? Old people are more susceptible to disease than anything. They're more sensitive to anything, right? Anything will kill an old person. So they let old people go back to live in the exclusion zone. Okay, gotcha. Hey, man, that's my show. Y'all got it. Y'all got it, man. All right, y'all got it. Hey, I'm out of here. Hey, thank y'all for the super chats. I'm out of here, man. Yeah, you drinking the water? You drink the water in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, huh? You swim in the water. You take showers in that water. You bathe your children in the waters of Nagasaki and Hiroshima. You wash your hair in the waters of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You wash your clothes in the waters of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Okay, that's my show. Y'all have a good night.